Hello everyone. Today's session is about online file sharing with IBM SoftLayer Object Storage. I have a SoftLayer Object Storage account. You can see there's different data centers around the globe here. The one we will be using for the demonstration is the Dallas 5 data center. You can see I have a test1 container, and then if I want to get to the credentials, I can use that view credential link. I also have a copy of the Gladinet Cloud Enterprise running on a virtual server. The virtual server could be also in the IBM SoftLayer account. You can create virtual server there, or you can just host the virtual server anywhere else and then access the object storage there. Either way is fine. So for demonstration, we are going to create a new tenant. So this copy of the Gladinet Cloud Enterprise is a multi-tenant flavor. So we can create a new tenant. So a new tenant is like a company, right? So the company may have 30 users, may have 100, gigabyte storage. You can allocate that to the user. We're going to use the IBM SoftLayer Object Storage, and then there are two entries. One is OpenStack, and one is the OpenStack with Keystone. And for SoftLayer Object Storage, it's OpenStack, but it's without the Keystone. So that's what we are going to be using. And then you can get the credentials from this link, View Credentials. So just get that credential and then put those into the and then you will you'll pass, and then you will see the containers, and you just say finish, and that's all, right? That's all. You get the storage connected, and now it's applying the settings, create the user accounts, and set up the account to connect to the SoftLayer object storage. As you can see here, tenant number 30 is row number 8. It's created. So we will be using that for demonstration here. So what we will be doing is we'll launch a Firefox, a different browser. So each browser session has like a cookie. So if for demonstration, if you are doing multiple users all from the same desktop here, I would recommend using different browsers to simulate different users. So now I just logged in as tenant 30, right? Tenant number 30, and then I can create a version folder. So I'm going to do online file sharing, and online file sharing means that multiple people may get access to the same set of files. So it's best to do it with version folder, so you have some kind of protection, so people will not, if accidentally delete a file or overwrite a file, you have version history. So the folder is created and it's empty, and you can see the drop files here. So if you're using modern browsers like Firefox, the latest version, Chrome, Google Chrome, the latest version of IE, you can do drag and drop directly into the browser to upload files. So I would recommend doing so for smaller files, right? So I wouldn't recommend that to do an upload for, let's say, a 2 gigabyte ISO, CD image, right? That would be too big for web-based upload. For those, you can upload using the Windows client, the Mac client, the native client, which does the reliability, the retry and chunk, and all those enhancements to upload a big file. So now we have this public area. It's a folder, it's a version folder, it has some files. So now we can start doing our demonstration of online sharing. So the IBM SoftLayer Object Storage is the backend storage backing up the whole online storage solution here. So we are going to first share that with someone who's already on the system. It's a guest user, so first, we're going to give it 3 months and then read-only permission. Later on, we're going to change that to read and write so the user can upload, just to show that you can, for a user, a guest user with a set of account, you can give, write permission. So now the user receives, so this is the receiver, the email, received the email, and so you can see in order to access this shared folder, the user has to to log in. So we can log in, that's fine. I may not remember the password, but I can always reset a password. So let's go ahead and see if we can reset, reset a password. And okay, so that's fine. We will use forget password to reset a password. And so this is a guest user. You can reset a password. If you forget, then um, you can recover and continue. So I'm going to just follow the instructions to reset a password. So let's go ahead and reset the password, and then we should be able um, to receive the folder share. So there you can, as you can see here, there's certain level of protection among the file sharing. So if you there's different levels of security. Later on, I'm going to show a different level of security, and it's all controlled by the group policy. You can decide which way is the proper way to share files online, files and folders online. So for this demonstration, I only demonstrate share folder, but share folder and share file are pretty much the same, same user experience. So now this user logs in, right? You can see this public area folder, and remember this is read-only, so he cannot um, write or upload to the folder. So I have two sessions here, one purple, one blue. The purple one is the tenant number 30, the one who's sharing out the folder, and then the blue one is user Jerry. He's the one who's receiving the folder share. So I demonstrate both in the same session here. So I use two different color themes to see, to easily tell who's who. So now we're going to update the share permission from read only to read and write full control for this Jerry user. So we just did that, and then I don't know if the permission will be taken right away, but let's check it out. So let's try to upload some files. Okay, so it's still rejected. That's fine. We just need to do a refresh, right? So then it will get the the permissions will be updated. So now let's upload, and then yeah, drag and drop upload works, right? So this user didn't have write permission, but now he does, and then he did upload two files to the shared folder. So now if we now go back to the original session, the purple tenant 30 session, you're seeing these two files uploaded, and if you go to the activities feed, you can see who's updating what file, touching which file, and so that you can see this is a shared folder between two people. And then later on I'm going to add the third person, so you can see collaboration. It doesn't have to be between two people. It could be among a team of workers. And then for this new user, test user, never exists on the system. I use the date, append the date to the username, so to make sure the user never exists before. And as you can read the instruction here, if I have an option, I can continue as is now, and then give the user read-only permission. So as you can see here, I don't even have a chance to set full control, because the user is a guest, is an anonymous user, right? So the user doesn't have a set of credentials. I can go the other route. I can also say, hey, I can turn that user into a guest user, so force the user to have account, right? But for now, the first demonstration is already with a user that has a set of credentials. But now for this demonstration, the second user, the test user, so this user is doesn't have an account, so he can have read-only permission, but he cannot upload, right? So if he needs to upload, he needs to have an account. So now this user can see the files and folders, and so now I just demonstrate to you using IBM SoftLayer Object Storage. You could do online folder sharing among multiple people, and then file share is pretty much the same. Folder share has more things to see, so it's more kind of inclusive of the files. As you can see, we can do a brief look at the folders here. As you can see, it's a version folder, and SoftLayer Object Storage doesn't have version control by default, so the version control is implemented by Gladinet Cloud Enterprise. So you can see the schema is a little bit different, right? So it's not a normal folder, it's under that gsync public area folder, and then if you want to look deeper into it, the names and this name decorations and version control information and change log and all that. It's under version control, so let's do a quick demonstration of delete a file. So let's say we simulate the blue Jerry user deleted a file by accident, right? So let's go here, and then you can see after that the show deleted button shows up, right? So if you can do a show deleted, and then this file shows up, so we can recover that, right? So after okay, so for now the activity shows that Jerry deleted that, right? So let's say we didn't find a file, and the admin say, wow, where's this file? Let me check the activity. Oh, okay, so Jerry deleted that, and now the admin can just recover that. And if you go to the activity, then the tenant 30, the administrator recovered and restored the file. So because it's all under version control. Thank you, everyone.